Now let's look at some other formulas that will be quite useful. Things looking at sums and averages, things like that. All right, so let's say we want to know the total number of points the Warriors scored. So what we can do is we can go down here and we can do equals, and it even's like that's the suggestion, right? It just suggested, hey, you want to do this? Okay, there's the sum. That's the number of points scored. Okay, so 3,770. Okay, we could also say look at the same thing. Let's say we wanted to know the number of total rebounds. So all we have to do is we can just copy this. So I'm on Windows right now, so that's Control C. But on a Mac, that would be Command C. So we just copy it and we paste it right there with Control or Command V. And you see it says sum V2 to V17. So here's V2, V17. All right, the colon, right, is a range. So that's what it's saying to do. Okay. Um, an average doesn't really make sense the way that these are kind of set up. But let's say that we just wanted to compute it. So if we if we start typing in average, right, it goes average A2 to A18. It's not really what we want. So, but let's go ahead and take it. And then we can edit the formula up here by clicking up there and change it to 17. Okay, so the average total points scored is 235. Okay, which I guess if you start looking squinting at the numbers, then it can kind of make sense. Um, but that's one way to do that. Okay, if you're familiar with statistics, we can also do the standard deviation. So that is STDEV. Okay, and we can just, again, select, close parentheses, all right, and the standard deviation is about the same as the average, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so we can use sum and average, which can be quite useful. Okay, if you notice, we have to do things kind of the right way. Let's say that we wanted to know the team field goal percentage. So you might think is like, okay, we can just average all the field goal percentages. So I'll just do it right there, average, yeah. So it says the average sorry, I said field goal, but I mean free throw percentage. So the average team free throw percentage is 72.4%. Okay, but that's not quite right because Steph Curry shoots a lot of free throws and makes a lot. Okay, while Jonathan Kuminga doesn't shoot nearly as many and doesn't make as lot. So this needs to account for Curry. So the right way to do this is to sum up the number of free throws and to sum up the number of attempts. And so then the actual free throw percentage would equal this one divided by that one. So the actual free throw percentage is 74.8. Quite different than the average of the individual free throw percentages because we have to account for the number of shots they actually took.